What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Noah Gray here, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Josh's channel and check out showmefootball.com for more.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Josh Rand of Show Me Football and ArrowheadAddict.com, covering your Kansas City Chiefs. We got a daily double for you as the Kansas City Chiefs have made an interesting signing of a recently released player from another team in the AFC, and that is wide receiver Tyquan Thornton, formerly of the New England Patriots. The Kansas City Chiefs have signed him to their practice squad. And while this isn't a huge move by any means, it's an interesting one that I definitely wanted to get on here and talk about and give you guys my thoughts on. So Tyquan Thornton, as you guys may remember, was a fairly high draft pick a few years ago for the New England Patriots. And he was one of the most exciting players coming out of the 2022 NFL draft because he is 6'3" and 180 pounds, and he ran a 4.28 40-yard dash coming out of the combine. And we do know that the Kansas City Chiefs have another player that runs a 4.2 40-yard dash in Xavier Worthy. So I think it's a little bit interesting that the Kansas City Chiefs wanted to add even more speed to this offense and a guy like Tyquan Thornton. Of course, he's going to start out on the practice squad, so I don't expect him to be elevated right away and start playing snaps for this offense. But I think this Chiefs team made this signing for a reason. Now, Brett Veach also typically likes to dig up these reclamation projects and former high-round draft picks, and that's definitely a piece of it. I think this is Brett Veach taking a flyer on a guy that's still extremely young, and very talented. But I just am very intrigued by this. You look at his stats for his career, and he hasn't done much. In his career, he has 39 catches for 385 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that's through 3 seasons. It's almost kind of like Sky Moore-ish kind of stuff that we're seeing from him as far as a guy that was drafted highly and what he's done in the NFL. But I have a little bit of hope for him. And I'm not trying to get too excited. I'm not trying to raise anyone's expectations or anything. He may not even join the active roster after all for this year. It could be a move maybe for the future. You see what he has in training camp next year or something like that. But we know that this Chiefs wide receiver room needs some more juice. Maybe they're looking to Tyquan Thornton to maybe provide that juice. And it's not a horrible idea. I mean, it really does not hurt to pick up a guy on a flyer at this point in the season that was released from another team. There's zero downside to it. I don't know how you could be complaining about it, really. It's just a practice squad spot at the very least right now. But here's the deal, and here's why I have a little bit more hope than most for this move. He's coming from the New England Patriots, Tyquan Thornton, who have been horribly coached offensively. They have not developed really any of their offensive players over the past several years. They're young offensive players. And we know that Juju Smith-Schuster was on that Patriots team last year after signing a big contract with them. He gets released. He comes back to Kansas City. He immediately looks like a contributing wide receiver after looking like a dead corpse in New England. And quarterback play is a huge part of it. Offensive development is a huge part of it. And so I think there's a little bit of hope that Tyquan Thornton can come over here, learn in this offense, learn under Andy Reid, play with Patrick Mahomes, and maybe you can get a little something out of him. Even if it's just a couple deep shots. Like, even if we're talking like Marquez Valdes-Scantling type of production here, minus the drops. Like, that's okay with me. Because you know what? I think we could use that. We could use that at this point in the season. And I've always said I'd literally rather see anyone else other than Sky Moore. Now, Sky Moore may not even come back this year after that core muscle surgery, but like Sky Moore literally gives you nothing at all. And I feel like Tyquan Thornton maybe might be able to get you something. Maybe as a guy that can stretch the field. We know that the Chiefs missed that field stretching ability that Hollywood Brown was supposed to bring them this year. And there is hope still that Hollywood Brown could come back. But maybe Tyquan Thornton could do that for you. I mean, a guy that runs a 4.2 that is that wiry and that athletic, I think you have to take that seriously as a cornerback. You have to stick a defender on him every single time. And I don't really trust New England's development that much, so that gives me a little bit more hope for him doing something maybe here. I'm a fan of it. I don't know how you couldn't be. There's zero downside to bringing him in and seeing what he can do. So, yeah, there's not too much else to say, but the Kansas City Chiefs are signing former second-round pick Tyquan Thornton for 240. Chiefs have now multiple players that run 4.240s, and that's insane to think. So, yeah, I'm intrigued. I want to see what he can do. I'll be curious to see how quickly he can maybe get elevated to the active roster and do something, but we'll see. I think there's definitely a possibility that of change of scenery could do him some good, and things just weren't working out in New England for whatever reason. It certainly wouldn't be the first time something like that has happened. It wouldn't be the first time the Kansas City Chiefs have picked up a guy like that and ended up turning them into a contributing player. Kadarius Toney comes to mind. Now, of course, Kadarius Toney ultimately ended up not working out long term, but you can't argue that he certainly helped the Kansas City Chiefs win a Super Bowl in 2022 and had some really good moments. So, I like it. I want to hear from you guys, though, what your thoughts are on the Kansas City Chiefs signing former New England Patriots wide receiver Tyquan Thornton. Let me know in the comments down below. All that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. And make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com for more. And I'll see you all in the next one. Go Chiefs!